In this lesson, we're going to add another note to our shuffle in the left hand. Up till now, we've played this. We have that nice, relaxed triplet rhythm in our right hand, and in our left hand, we're moving between fingers 1 and 3 and 1 and 3, and that has that rocking motion. Now I want to introduce the 7th note of each chord, so we get this sound. The 7th of a chord has a very bluesy color to it, and it's often a sound that we associate with the blues. And it's also the notes that are coloring the chords we've played that are called 7 chords: A7, D7, and E7. So one technical aspect I'm going to ask you to do is a challenge, but it's going to be a great development exercise for your left hand, and it's also going to keep your hand really well trained for things to come. So we're going to do our standard shuffle that we already know. And at this point, I'm going to ask you to keep down your 1st and 3rd fingers, so both these fingers are down on their respective frets on the same string, in this case the 4th string, and then put down your 4th finger. So it looks like this. 1st finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger, 3rd finger. And that's going to take up a full bar each time with one cycle of the fingers. So one of the tricky things about this is your 4th finger might be misbehaving. It sort of either tucks back into the hand, or you find it very hard to control. Likewise, you might find that the stretch is quite a challenge in your hand. You have to trust me as a very experienced guitar teacher that your hands are big enough. I've never come across hands that are too small, and the issue is rather that it takes time for the hands to become flexible and develop independence in each finger. The hand is made up mainly of ligaments and tendons as opposed to muscle. Muscle is more flexible than ligaments and tendons, so therefore if you want to get more flexible in your stretch in your legs or your arms, it doesn't take that long. In the hands, however, if you want to develop flexibility in the fingers, that can take quite a while. So we're talking weeks, and maybe for some things like, let's say, bar chords, even months. That's quite a hurdle for some guitarists. So just be patient and know that you can do this, no question, and that it just takes a little bit of perseverance. One way to have a workaround, if you like, because it's always good to have some other options, perhaps if you just are frustrated and you want to just get this sound off the bat, is you can use your 1st finger as we have been. Then instead of using your 3rd finger, you can use your 4th finger, your pinky there on the 4th fret, and then stretch it up, slide it up 1 fret, then come back down. So it would look like this. That is a workaround if right now this is too much of a challenge to make it sound fully. So you can use that as a workaround for now, but I do insist that you keep persevering at using 1, 3, 4, 3, 1. So let's play through now the entire progression so you can try playing along with it, and if you do get stuck on a couple of notes, so be it. It's better if you can keep in time and stay with me throughout the whole progression. So let's start. We're going to do 2 through. I will stay with you the whole time. We'll do a turnaround on the 1st set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. D. Back to A. D, So that is an embellishment now of the shuffle that we have going on. The next step is to even further embellish that embellishment, and then we're going to look at some walking bass lines. So that's our new challenge for the shuffle, to add that 7th note of each chord. Work on that, and when you're comfortable, move on to the next lesson.